Welcome to day 1 of 10 days to get Skyboat Song ready on the bagpipes. We're going to go through the entire first line, which is actually repeated, so you got a good chunk of the tune already for Skyboat Song. And this is what it's going to look like here. So after 10 days, that's what you're going to be able to do. You may have noticed I did play it with embellishments. I'll also give you the embellishment-free version as we go along. And if you find this video helpful, if you like Skyboat Song, give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, you may want to download my free Get Bagpipe Ready guide. It's in the video description below this video. And in this first day, we're going to really break things down in this video series. In this first day, we're going to start off, normally we start off tunes a lot of times in bagpipes on our high E. So if the practice chanter is completely new to you, you want your right hand on the bottom, your left hand on the top. There's a thumb hole on the top for your thumb, your left thumb, on the back. Your first 3 fingers are covering holes, and your pinky is up on the top hand. For your bottom hand, all 4 fingers are on their holes, starting at the pinky right up to your index finger. There's no thumb hole on the back for the bottom hand. Try to keep your fingers fairly straight, not too curled up as you would with a tin whistle or something like that. So fingers nice and straight and relaxed, covering those holes. That high E we're going to start on. Our ring fingers up on the top hand, our pinkies up on the bottom hand. So that's our high E, and we're going to drop down to low A, so we're just going to drop that ring finger. So this is the non-embellishment version first, so we're just dropping down to low A. From there we're going to lift up to go up to B. We're going to lift that ring finger up on the bottom hand, and then we're going to drop it right back down again. And that's the full lesson without embellishments. And again, in this video I will go through the embellishments version as well. So here again, without embellishments. And you'll hear that first low A is a little bit longer than the next 2. So it's da dum ba bum. So that's what I want you to work on, that's what I want you to practice. If you're not doing embellishments, by embellishments I mean grace notes and doublings and D-throws and grips and Torluis and all those kinds of things. If you're not worrying about that right now, that's okay. Go home, work on that, download my free guide in the video description below, and that's your day's homework to get you ready for Skyboat Song. And if you are doing embellishments, let's go through those. So embellishments, we actually got 3 grace notes. So that's what you're going to want to repeat if you're working on embellishments. And let me just walk through the embellishments here for a minute. We're on the E, we're going down to low A, but we're getting there with a G grace note. So that's the top finger of the top hand. And that finger has to lift, and then we transition that ring finger down before that top finger covers its hole again. So that's the sound we're looking for, and just to be sure, we don't want to have a double tone sound like this. So that would be wrong because that grace note finger covers its hole again before I actually transition that finger down to the next note. So this, again, is the correct way to play. So you hear that grace note finger it doesn't finish it playing its note. It doesn't come down on the hole until all the other fingers, in this case we're just dropping the ring finger of the top hand, has covered its hole. So that's the first grace note, and we have 2 more to go. So the next grace note, we're going from low A up to B, but to get there we're going to go with a D grace note. So the top finger of the bottom hand, that's our transition there. So again, that top finger of the bottom hand has to be the first one to move. It has to be the first one to lift off, and then we lift up the B note, the ring finger, and then that top finger of the bottom hand has to catch its note at the very end. So that grace note finger, it's the first to move, and it's the last to cover its hole. Okay, so now we have 2 grace notes, 1 more to go. This grace note, we're doing an E grace note. So the ring finger of the top hand, and we're going from the B down to low A. So we're just dropping that ring finger of the bottom hand that we just lifted, and we're going to get there again, transitioning with that E grace note. So the ring finger of the top hand has to lift, then we drop the B finger, or the ring finger of the bottom hand, and then we drop the grace note finger, in this case the E grace note, the ring finger of the top hand. So if you're working on the embellishment version, that gives you 3 grace notes, the G, the D, and then the E. So that's the embellishment version. Again, if you're not working on embellishments yet, it'll sound like this without the grace notes. And again with embellishments. So either way, whichever way you're working on it, get some repetition in, get some practice, have fun with it. You should be able to just repeat that over and over and over again without putting a lot of brain effort into it. Then you're ready for day 2. So I hope to see you in day 2. Again, if you enjoy Skye song, if you enjoy these videos, hit like, and if you haven't done so already, you want to definitely download my free Get Bagpipe Ready guide in the video description below. Thanks, and happy piping!